Now the scale's not going to work, right? There we go. All right, let it go to 0.
Shoot, take these off. Every day helps.
What do we got? Oh, nice.
That's even
That's
better.
even
You
better.
see what the glasses did?
Great work. All right.
I know, that's what I was.
That's fantastic.
197.
That's something. That's something to be proud of right there.
197.
All right.
I had to write this down.
That's great. See, June 1st.
What was that? 194.
197.4. Great job. All right.
Right. Okay.
To be honest with you, when any new client walks in, you kind of get this physical impression first because that's what we deal with all day. Looking at her, she was walking very, very slowly. She had a cane in hand. She could barely, even with the cane, put one foot in front of the other and sort of make her way forward. Even coming through the front door was an issue. I had to help her in. You kind of are taken back at first, and you know, when someone's asking you, hey, I'm coming to you for help, and you're trying to give a quick evaluation, you really only truly get that physical impression until you really take the time and sit down and kind of get behind the scenes with the person. We sat for probably at least an hour, as a matter of fact. It was the end of the day, and we sat for about an hour, and we really kind of scoured every avenue of what she had been through and gone through as far as her lifestyle, what got her to where she was, and how she had so many setbacks in the past, and some of the hardships she had recently just faced with the loss of her mother, and that finally led to the collapse of her whole mindset, and she came in and said, you know, I basically have no outs left, I need your help.
Turning point happened, I came here in September of 12. My mother passed away April of 12, but before she died, when I used to go to her house and sit, she would look at me at the dining table and then give me an up and down look and say, what happened? And I said, what do you mean, what happened? She said, it looked like you blew up. You were never this big. And then she kept saying, you know, you need to lose weight. And I said, well, I'm trying, but I can't. And when she passed, from, she had congestive heart failure. That, and she was a diabetic. And that prompted me to really, really do something.
Her physical limitations were huge. We could barely make it through a session. And to be honest with you, I was really, really, really careful and cautious just proceeding. And it took us about a good 3 to 4 weeks before we had almost any level of physical activity that was respectable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, now wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I felt from her that her mother had passed away recently before her coming in, and what it was were some of the words that her mother had left her with coming in had really stuck in her mind and had kind of, I guess, forced her in here and really pushed her to her final breaking point. And I kind of felt that from her, and I kind of saw beyond, you know, the physical, you know, capabilities and said, hey, I think I can help this lady from the inside. If she had the energy and the fight inside her, I think I can, you know, hang on to that and maybe push her through the beginning. And that's what happened. Slowly it just progressed and snowballed, and she started to really wrap her head around the program, I'd say about 3 to 4 months in, and we were really going at that point.
Every time I ask him a question, he has an answer. It may be the mechanics of losing weight. It may have something to do with nutrition. Joey, I'm getting cramps. He has an answer. Well, take this, potassium or something. He has an answer for pretty much every question. I'll ask him, well, what's going to happen with this? What about the loose weight? He says almost a year after you reach your goal, it may take your body that long for the skin to shrink, and you don't know how much it's going to shrink until it actually does. So he has answers for everything. If I'm having a problem, like water, he tells me to get a gallon container, fill it up, and then every water that you drink from that day, take it from there, and then that way you can see. And I did that, and it actually worked. I was surprised.
You and I actually talk about it regularly. It's astonishing. It's just unbelievable. She walks through the door now. She's got an energy that turns heads in the gym, and everybody just can't believe who she is. You wouldn't know it's the same woman. I'd say she definitely peeled back about 20 physical years. She's no cane. She walks just as well as anybody that comes through the door. She works out just as hard as anybody, if not harder, and people who are half her age. All her capabilities are back physically. She can run, she can work out with the best of them. She's got a full grasp of her nutritional program and how it works and how to develop it even further on her own. So she's really, really, really come to the point where she's, freestanding. She's running it on her own, and with a little bit of coaching periodically, we're really just bettering her every week. So she's reached a limit now where she's happy. She's at the point where she has definitely touched one of her goals, which was breaking the 200-pound barrier, and with that, now she's kind of lit a new fire and said, hey, where can I go from here? So the first goal is kind of met, and now she, from that, has taken it and wants to take it to a new level.
It makes me feel good about myself that I took the time and the effort to put forth and do the program. Like, people have asked me, oh, what do you do? And I say, well, I've changed how I eat. I eat in intervals. I try to eat every 3 hours, and they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, I can't, I'm not doing that. That's too much. So I feel very good about that. If I can do it, then anybody can.
And we're going to hold it there for about, from here, about 15 more seconds.